So when you're about to create thumbnails visually, some things to keep in mind. So try to keep the image clear, in focus, and high resolution. So with a minimum resolution of 640 times 360, make sure that you keep the 16:9 aspect ratio. So this is so that your thumbnails will look good across multiple different platforms. It'll look good on mobile, as well as it'll look good on desktops and even TV and other media devices. One thing as well, when you're doing faces, close-ups of faces, visually compelling imagery, so anything that will make the user look and say, okay, wow, this is interesting. Well framed, so always make sure that your content, your most important content, is centered, and that the framing around it isn't taking away from the actual content in the middle. So good composition. Make sure that your foreground stands out from your background, so you have really good contrast between the video content, or the thumbnail image content, and make sure that it also looks good on both large and small sizes. And then lastly, to make sure that the content within your video is being accurately represented. So we can see here that when we type in music, there's a number of different videos that show up, and I do strongly urge you to just go over to YouTube and type in whatever term it is that you regularly search, and take a look at the different types of videos and their thumbnails that's coming up. And you can quickly and easily kind of glance through, and you can see whichever ones are clear, that they have really good contrast. And you can also see other ones that are maybe not as appealing, as some that kind of pass along the message and can actually tact your interest. So an example of this, this isn't well framed. We have really good clear imagery here, as well as good contrast in a number of the different ones. So this one is using just different types of imagery to attract your attention. So this one's a little bit shocking. This one, they're using more sexual type content. And here they're using the wording, so the wording stands out. So if this is what you're looking for, you can visually see that. As well as when there's faces. So this one, the face is fairly far back, and whereas opposed to this one, the face is a lot more close up. So you do want to make sure, if you are using faces, that you try to do more close up if possible. Again, this one, the contrast isn't good. The face is kind of far back, but it is well centered. I just typed in games, so you can see once again that people generally are customizing their thumbnails. So these all relatively look like customized thumbnails. You can see here that once again, close-up of a face, interesting expression, and just quickly glancing through, you can really see which ones jump out, as well as which ones might not jump out as well. And you can definitely get some cues on what you should be doing for video thumbnails just by doing that and looking through and seeing what jumps out and what's capturing your eye, as well as anything that is visually compelling and has a really good quality and good contrast.